Mr. Moyiwa came here 4 days ago. We spoke, but
Okay.
not long. He was in the bus. I asked question, Aristocrat asked question, he couldn't answer them, he ran away. Okay.
Okay.
And then now the one for the GoFundMe, when I was against GoFundMe, he came here.
Yeah.
That was
I
when he
was here.
said you were here.
Yes, I was here the day you came for the GoFundMe.
When he said you cannot bereave more than the bereave.
Yes, you can't cry more than the bereaved, yes.
And I asked him, I said, have we been crying more than Mama Mohbad? Then he
And he
laughed.
left.
He laughed.
Mm-hmm.
He said so because of Lady Harris. But now, goodness sake, how can you be telling Lady Harris that? It means the woman has been pressuring you to do something. You are slowing her down. Now,
Okay,
calm down. You cannot
so
cry more than the bereave.
see. Soprano, do you know that as noble as Lady Harris's position is, as noble as her suggestions or her effort can be, her mode of pushing out this help is something that is looking at is making people look at her suspiciously, as if there is more to it than her looking for justice for Mohbad.
I
Do you get
think,
what I'm saying?
yeah, and
And
also,
I think, and for me, let me learn, please. For me personally, I think she means well. I think she's concerned as Abiyamo, but the way she's going on about it is like, why can't you get it? You know, when you're a teacher in a class and every child has understood the concept, but there's one particular child that doesn't seem to get it. You'll be wondering that what is it that I'm saying? How else do you want me to say it to you? That this is. Do you understand what I'm saying?
me, I see her.
If
I
you're
see
too
her
hard,
right.
but if you're
I
too
see
hard on
how.
that child,
I see
the
her like
child will not
somebody.
talk.
When you get into a new environment, you want to explore.
Okay. So
Yes.
anyway,
I see her.
don't let's
That's why
divert
most
the
times,
chat.
right? Most times, why I consider them a lot, and people would think that, oh, I'm siding with them. No, I look at the wisdom that they are bringing, and every other thing I disregard it. I try to fix it. I know that over time
So it's not
they
everybody
can
that
be
sees it.
fixed. Hmm?
It's not everybody that is able to see
I don't know. Me, I'm able to
is going to
separate those
see
things. I can separate.
substance. It's not
Okay, for
everybody that will be
example,
able to
it's
see
her friend.
substance.
It's her friend Susie for Justice. Without Susie for Justice, who would have known where toxicology was done? Nobody, no Berekete, nobody will know. Okay, without Susie for Justice and Comrade Moses,
So it's
without
not
this,
everybody that
nobody
is
will
able to
know.
see substance over form all the time. It's not everybody that is able to see substance over form.
Yeah,
If you
no,
want to
me, I
have,
can cope with all of them, and I will learn how to separate it. When it's
yeah,
getting too much, it's
this
either
is a public
I
thing.
left the person that way. Like even if I'm in the same house with that person, right? I'm telling you, you're no good. I'm gonna leave you that time. Come back again, but I'm not gonna let that person go with that bad character. I will keep being. I would always be at the point of fighting against that character. And slowly, when the person knows that I accept everything about them, but those things I resent on those things, that I'm showing resentment when it comes to those things, then they will be managing themselves. Right? And that is what I'm trying to. There was a time before, then I had not known Muiwa. Okay. She had known Muiwa. She and Susie, all of them, they have been with Muiwa before since last year. Me and
Yeah.
Muyiwa, okay, this year. So when they're talking about Muyiwa, I remember how much we dropped there. I say, don't talk about Muyiwa, okay? I mean, you can't be lambasting the family like this. I was thinking like that. But the day I spoke to Muyiwa for 9 hours, I was there. I now understand why anybody would be mad. Muyiwa is someone that is intelligent. He understands what you are saying, but he doesn't want to do it. That's not
Okay,
what
so
they want to do.
when you stepped out to the kitchen or wherever you went, Crocodile and I were engaging, and I said something. I said, Muyiwa does not even have experience with what he's handling. This is the first time handling this kind of case. And we don't also know how long Muyiwa has been away from Nigeria. So he's probably assuming that things are the way he left them. Because, I mean, at some point in Nigeria, there was rule of law. People couldn't just do things and look at you in the face and say, go to hell. I've done it. You can't do anything to me. Now, he's living in a system that works. He's underestimating the kind of monsters he's up against. And so when he's speaking, he's assuming, let's leave it to the lawyers. They're already doing their job. Why are you trying to teach the lawyers their job? Why do you expect me to tell them what to do? Or this is what the family wants? But it's not working like that. And that's why I actually came up to say, look, I want to engage this man on the sidelines to point out some things to him and probably make some suggestions based on my own experience and my
Whenever he has
interaction.
time, right, and he's here, it will be better for you to engage him here.
No, I will engage him here, but I also like to see. That's why I talked about emotional intelligence somewhere in between. It's not every time you should put people on the spot in public, because sometimes when they're not expecting it, they will react in a negative way.
No, no,
And
no.
so
That
at
is
that
when you
point
know.
in
That is
time,
when you know what they're up to, what they're built, what they're up to. For example,
he
now
may not
let's say
he may not
wait
really
now.
know.
Let's say, for example, now Sonwolu, when he was challenged by Nen, that activist, okay, he wasn't
Yeah.
expecting it. That
Mm,
makes you know who he is.
yeah.
Okay. Sometimes when you take people unaware, then you want to know who you are really dealing with. The monster
Yeah,
in
but
them you want to really
that
see.
is government. No, see, that is government.
Oh
He's
my God, it's
answerable
not
to
about government.
government.
It's personal relationship. It's person to person
No, that is
relationship.
that is government. In fact, Sanwo-Olu really messed up that day because a man holding that kind of position should have a high level of emotional intelligence to be able to take in everybody, whether you're a market woman, whether you're learned. See, the lady that took Sanwo-Olu on that day, she was very
That's
measured in her
Nen.
words.
Nen.
Yes, she was very measured in her words. She tried as much as possible, as respectful as possible. But she made her point.
She
Yet the
put the
man
man,
reacted the way he
she
reacted.
insulted the man politely and said so many things
Yeah, but
politely.
that makes sense. Did
No,
you
that
want
put
him
the
to
man on the spot. Then the man, if the man does not
follow?
have that skills,
He
okay,
had to ask the
because
right
like
question.
for me too, it's conversation. If me, if you come so low and you're already winning the mind of the people, let me say we're in a debate, okay, like those
Hmm.
those in secondary school when we do debate, right? If the first
Yeah,
person has come so slow, so quiet, okay, in one particular way, and people are already reasoning in his direction, you have to break the glass. You who is
yeah,
coming, you must come in aggressively. You must do
correct.
something to wake people up to see that you
Hmm.
exist.
You must make adjustments to your own points to break some of the points that the
You must
person
not
has
go
made. Yes,
cool like that
yeah,
person. That's the thing.
correct. Yeah. So
It's
I'm
crazy.
saying that I'm not holding brief for anybody. Nobody is happy the way this case is going. It's been 9 months, but this kind of cases there'll be a lot of intrigues. You should also understand that and factor it in because there's no criminal that will go down without a fight. Every criminal will fight back. Every criminal, and usually criminals have they have more connections, they have more contacts. They'll be drawing every line, every possible link that they have, just to ensure that they don't go down. And you that you are clean, you think you can just sit back and wait because I'm the guy that is not guilty. They will put you in jail the way they're trying to put Baba in jail right now. So you have to be very, very strategic. You have to be scientific about your approach. And that's why what I'm saying is that you said something today, which I really appreciate. You said, as far as people are in the justice movement, you shouldn't be fighting yourselves. You fight so dirty that you're not able to focus on the reason why you actually came into this. And at the end of it, they will be losing ground. People will be making progress. The people that you are fighting against, they are making progress, and you are pulling yourselves back because of some nonsensical issues. So, really, we need to focus and we need to make sure that Muiwa does the right thing. That's what I'm saying. Baba came on this platform and said, if you want me to handle something, please talk to my brother Muiwa. That speaks volumes to me. The man has already made the statement that, look, it's Muiwa I want you to work with. Now it's for us to help Muiwa to do the right thing. And how do we keep putting him under pressure? Not by castigating him, but by making sure that we ask him, we demand accountability. This thing that you say you have done, come and tell us that you have done it. And if you haven't done it, why haven't you done it? What are the roadblocks? So that we can also raise our voices and support you to make sure that people listen to you. If you say you have filed some applications at the court and nobody is responding, let us know what are the dates that those applications were filed, so that we can have concrete
They
reasons
will
to
never
fight.
show
You
you.
can't just
They will
tell
never
us,
show you.
but we keep asking until they show us. You
And when you
understand?
keep
Because we
asking, they
were
will say you
making
are
it here.
They
You
will say
know,
you are
you know, they
dragging.
kept saying, they couldn't serve Wumi with the DNA summons. We kept shouting, what do you mean? Wumi was having party. Wumi did this, Wumi did that. And you say you can't find her. She's all over the place. You are the only ones that can't see her. Until they went to go and paste it on her gate. It's still public outcry that made them to get that approval. I hope you
No, no,
know.
yet, babe, you see, on the
Yeah.
issue of the DNA too, all right? Maybe um, I should speak one. Maybe how I speak is too fast.
Don't
for
do that again.
people to
Don't know. You don't know.
on
You don't know the people I work with.
the stand.
I said the writ of summons that was fired, that was served. They said they
No,
couldn't
you
serve it.
see,
They kept
that is the
going
thing.
around.
You see, the thing that I'm saying here,
And
they're not
literally,
getting
we
it.
kept shouting. How is that possible?
It's not
We thought
about the
it's
shout.
done.
See, just
Let's
yes,
keep
see something
shouting.
now. See something, see something.
That's
In the
our
month of
work. We can't
in
go
the
to
month
court for
of
them.
in the month of January, Susie and her
Yep.
team, Lady Harris, okay, they filed an application. Okay, they got a lawyer, they paid the lawyer. Since Mumi at that time was shouting, Baba only want property, Baba doesn't want to do this. And Baba lawyers were not doing nothing. So Lady Harris, Susie, and her team, they went ahead, they got a lawyer, they paid the lawyer. The lawyer wrote the application to demand for the DNA, okay, at the magistrate court in Ikorodu. So all they needed is for Baba to give his approval that I recognize this lawyer on behalf of me. They are writing this. I mean, you cannot just write an application letter on behalf of somebody without that person's consent, right? As a lawyer.
What if I tell you? What if I tell you that things don't work that way? I understood exactly what happened at that point.
Okay, no, wait. Let me tell you something. Let me
Soprano,
say,
as you are
let's
like
wait.
this.
Let's say you are a lawyer. Let's say you are a lawyer. Just 1 minute.
Yeah,
Situations are
I'm a lawyer.
different. Okay, cases are different. Let's say you are a
Yep.
lawyer. Okay,
Yep.
and now I am Mohbad dad. Okay, I'm worried about my grandchild, whether my grandchild belongs to me. So you are an
Yeah.
independent lawyer. I don't know you. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you write such application to submit to court on behalf of me. How does that go? How does that go without my consent?
Okay.
You are medicine interloper. You know so, right?
You need yeah, I need your consent.
Exactly.
But
So
because I know that you have your own lawyers. I am not your lawyer. You have
mm,
your own lawyers. I
mm.
must make sure I work with your lawyers to file that document.
No, it's not necessary.
Coming to you directly, listen to me, coming to you directly,
Mhm,
you can agree that you want to sign, but you
mm.
want your lawyers to go through what you're signing before you sign. That's the right thing to do. So getting you to sign without contacting your own lawyers can be deemed suspicious, even though I mean well. And I shouldn't feel that you're not signing means that you don't like me or you don't trust me. It's saying that let me go the right way. And as a lawyer, I should know that anyway. That I
But
can't just come to somebody else's client,
let me ask you a question.
especially when the
I
cases are
understand that
related.
I
When
understand
the
that
cases are related.
that is also correct. Okay, but I'm looking at it from this angle. Let's say you have two lawyers. Okay,
Yep.
and me, Paparino, I feel like these two lawyers are not helpful enough, and I want to
Okay.
give you one other lawyer to help you do some things.
Yeah.
And I ask you about things are not going very well. I want to carry one lawyer to join to give to you so that the lawyer will be doing everything that you want. Okay.
Okay.
So you now, would you appreciate me and accept my lawyer to come into this case and rub mine with you and help you solve your problem? Or you will go and ask the lawyers that you employ for other things before whether you should consent to this new lawyer that is coming in?
Okay.
Mhm,
So, because this is a public case
mhm,
and everybody's effort should be, factored in,
mhm.
I would say
Also,
that.
sorry, and also juxtapose this. In Baba had Odumosu, right?
Mm-hmm,
When they went to
mm-hmm.
get Wahab Shitu, they went to look for Wahab Shitu. Should they have gone and asked Odumosu before they themselves go and pay money to Wahab Shitu and bring him back to add him to the group?
We
Must
don't
the
know.
previous lawyers always give the other lawyer consent before coming in?
Okay. Okay. So the other lawyer doesn't have to give consent. It is the client's prerogative to determine who he or she wants
Exactly.
as
It's up to
counsel
the it's
for.
up to Baba Mubad. It's
Okay,
not up to his
wait now,
lawyers.
wait now. But there has to be some level of engagement with the existing before a new is brought in. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't just bring people in to make it
What kind
look
of
like.
wait, what kind of engagement? For example, now
Okay.
with the
So
Odumosu, right? Odumosu was there before Wahab
okay,
Shitu
so
come.
Odumosu.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm the one that is thinking about myself right now. What am I going to do if I was in that situation?
Mhm.
If I were Baba, And I now see that I need to expand my legal team because the legal team that I have is not effective as things stand. And I need to strengthen that team. Now, what I will do is I will engage my current lawyer to say we need to expand our team. I'm thinking of engaging a senior advocate who is locally in Nigeria, who is on ground to support me because the people I'm fighting against, they already have a son. And when you can't use an ordinary lawyer to stand against an SAN in Nigeria. You need to match like with like, so that everybody will know that we're all of the silk of the learned silk. So engaging Odumosu to say we need to expand our
No, no.
team.
What do you say there? I mean, it depends. It's up to the client.
No, I'm the client now. I'm the one that is saying I want to expand my team. I need to strengthen my team. You are not on ground. I know that you are trying your best. I know what you have done so far. But we will now want to employ a son. I must tell the current lawyer because there has to be a handshake and it has to be seamless. If you don't engage the current lawyer to let them see the reason why you're bringing in a senior advocate, they're going to mess up the case because everybody has rights and the other lawyer may
Okay,
feel.
but they are meant to be doing their job since they have been paid.
But you see, we all heard that Odumosu was not being paid. He was a pro bono lawyer. He was only being paid for documents filed and all that, maybe on a daily, maybe for logistics and things like that. But he wasn't really charging legal fees like that.
What
So
do you
when
mean? You mean fees on application that are written or what?
no, the Odumosu, what I understand about his own modus operandi is that he was not charging legal fees per se, but he charged for every filing or any application he had to file in court, documents and all that, and maybe for logistics, for appearance. You understand?
So
So
what
it
is
was
what's the difference between that? If he had
okay,
charged
but
for legal fee, everything
what
would be
Wahab
included.
no. What Wahab has done now is charging legal fees, and I'm not sure is everything included. If he has to file documents and there has to be court fees and all that needs to be paid, those fees will still be paid by the client. That's our lawyer's role. When the lawyer charges you legal fees, the legal fees is different. Filing fees and all those things are different. So it's not just one fee. It's not a what do you call it? It's not a one-off payment. It's a continuous payment when it comes to legal fees, especially when you keep filing documents and different things. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's how it works. But for Odumosu did not charge the fixed price of saying my legal charges will be XYZ amount. But Shitu has said, I want to take this amount in millions, and you need to pay me 50% now before I start. And that has been done. So that's the difference. But even that being said, the two of them must work together because there has to be a handshake. Somebody started the case. I don't even believe that even Odumosu didn't have a handshake with Fadile before he took over completely. And if other lawyers have to be introduced, there has to be that engagement again. There has to be a round table to discuss. Do you understand what I'm saying? Lawyers don't. When we followed the Adedoyin case,
Okay, but
Adedoyin
again, do you
he
think
had six
again? You
SANs.
see, I understand this procedures, the pro bonos, the charge fees and all of these things.
Yes, the professional
What
fees.
I would the where me I was very much focused on was the fact that why on earth will he be rejecting other lawyers if there is no motive, if there is nothing that is in hidden, and the
Who is
particular
rejecting him?
lawyers, just 1 minute, and that is Baba Mubad, and the
Okay.
particular lawyers, for example, he himself want everybody to be on board.
Yeah,
From the
we
way
heard him. We all heard
exactly
him.
from his utterance, okay, he's like a novice. He doesn't know how these things function. Okay, he wants to satisfy everybody. If that is what it's gonna be, okay, it's fine. But those that are in charge, that he placed in charge, they are very, very selective. And now, when you observe their selection, what they had selected, you question their selections. And their selections shows you their strategy, shows you what their interest is in this case. And their interest may not be your interest, because if their interest was Baba's interest. Baba's interest is let all the lawyers come on board, right?
Yes. Okay, so now I don't know what his lawyers advised him to do for him to reject any help from anywhere, because this is a man that came out to tell the whole world that any lawyer, anybody that wants to help should please come on board and help him. You understand? He made a passionate appeal to the public. And so if the lawyers who need to accept people, because if you're on ground, you have that retainership position, then you are the one to help him vet anybody else that is coming in. You have to vet the lawyers that are coming in and advise him that, oh, this is a good lawyer. They'll be an advantage to our team. They'll add value and all that. Let's sign them on. It's based on his legal advice that is rejecting people. So it's the lawyers that are with him now that we need to interrogate. What is
Yeah.
their real point? What did they tell this man about the lawyers,
I
the
don't think
public
they want to
lawyers?
discuss that with you. That is reserved to their clients. You didn't employ them. They will not have those discussions with you. If you want to support on areas or just from mohbad, what happens inside, yeah.
No,
But when it comes
but they
to
can't,
the
because even the lawyers, the public is paying them now. The
no,
public is
no,
paying
but
lawyer
that's what
cases.
that is where me I was having issue. I wanted some representative of the public. Let's say, for example, now if everybody choose crocodile or choose you, okay,
Yeah.
you will be in a round table where Baba himself is there, Muiwa
Yes.
is there, the lawyer is
Correct.
there, and you are representing the public. You all will deliberate
Yes.
on what to do.
Correct.
Okay, this is what I
That's
suggest to
what I thought
Muiwa.
the
He said
chairman wanted to
yes.
do.
Yeah, but that's not what they are doing. What they are doing is this.
Until I heard last night that when Crunch Queen told you that she has never met
Oh, you were
Baba,
here. Thank
they
God you
were
were
only
here.
meeting with me, I was shocked. I was here.
Thank God you were here.
I was
Now
in
you
the
see the reason
comment
why
section. I
you
was
see
in
the
the
reason
comment section.
why I'm boiling, and people don't
No,
notice
that's not
this
why
that
you were
I'm
boiling. You
saying.
were boiling before you knew. You only found out yesterday too,
No,
like
no, no,
me.
no. Me, I knew. No, no. Me, I knew the day that I interrogated Andy. I knew because
Oh, okay.
Andy said so too. Yes. That
Maybe
can
I
you
wasn't here.
imagine that
Mm-hmm.
they asked for Baba to join, but Muyiwa wanted
Yeah.
only him. Like they would talk to him. Only him would go and talk to Baba. Only him would go and speak
When
to
Baba has
lawyers.
ears. He has his own ears now. And the Baba is not as stupid that people are making him look. It's because they're shielding him from the
No, no.
truth.
And the thing, no, no. The thing is this, right? The man is not exposed on how to go about cases. There are some things he's not
How
exposed to. He
can
may
he
be
be?
intelligently,
If you
he may
were
be
in the
naturally
street, you won't be.
intelligent as a professional on other areas, carpentry, other things. But these legal procedures, one, he doesn't know how to choose a lawyer. He's not even the one choosing. They have to choose for
He has
him.
never had
And now
case
he
now. Is
doesn't
it not
even know
these
how
things
to
they
guide
are
his
known
lawyer.
to him?
He still need them to guide
This
the
is his
lawyer for
first
him.
time too.
Hmm?
It's a first for him too now. The man has
Exactly.
never had case. Now maybe he has never been to a courtroom himself
Mhm.
all
So
his
that's what we
life.
like. What you are saying right now is to find a way that everybody can work
Yes.
with Muyiwa. Okay, that is not a problem.
Correct.
That is not a problem. But look at where the problem is. Where the problem comes is
Okay.
this: when you suggest, when you want to suggest, you make suggestion. All right. It is either you go to him, okay, or sometimes you call Baba. If you suggest to him, he will think about it. He will tell you, okay, I've heard. I will go through it. Okay. Then what he will go and tell lawyer is what lawyer will do. And now you don't know those substances, whether that is what the public really want in this case. But if you are in the same discussion where you are there, Baba Mohbad himself is there, and everybody is there, and you guys represent the public, and you tender to them the view of the public and the strategy and the logic, okay, of your own reasoning. You tender it to them.
Having
You
it.
guys will deliberate it there,
Yeah.
all right? Then the lawyers
Yeah.
will come in between. Then lawyers will look at it, look at this. Okay, we have heard. We will give you feedback. Let us go and do our own findings or look
Yeah.
into the case. Okay, there is noise coming
Okay.
in.
Caprero, let me ask you a question before
Mm,
I mute my mic and listen again. Um, Given what we all know now
mm.
about this case and how sensitive it is, do you think it is out of place for people to be suspicious or be careful about who they add to the team?
You
Do
know,
they need to do extra? Do
no,
they
no,
need to
no,
be more
That was
circumspect
why.
in
That was what
adding
I wanted
people to
to.
the team?
That's
no,
what I
no,
wanted to
no,
ask.
no, 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 no,
Also,
no.
because
This is how I will answer that. Okay, first, as things stand now, we need people who have over invested in this case, who understand the case, who are intelligent in the case, But every other things, like whether you trust them or you don't trust them, they are not the one that is not up to their own decision alone. They are only representing the suggestion of the public. Let's say, for example, let's be practical in nature. Let's say we have four persons in the box right now with me. Okay. Let's say this is the meeting practically, whereby me, I'm representing the public, but people don't trust me. Okay, let's just assume. And you, yet, babe, you are the family. Crocodile and others are the lawyers. Okay. And we come into this meeting. I who said that I'm coming from the public. All of you are observing what I'm saying. You are hearing the word of my mouth. I come, I advise, I say things that we feel, okay, and we rub minds together. And you too, maybe you are the mother of Amubad. You also give your own intake. We ask some few questions, and then the lawyers are listening, okay. And then the lawyer came in and they addressed some of those things that this and this and things maybe we'll address this later, okay, that and that and that and that and that. But this we'll see what we can do about this, and we'll reach out to you guys back as soon as we get those things done. So now, and this person who is from the public, and they went back, okay, to report to the public. I mean, they have not given anything substantial. There's nothing substantial there. Lawyer is not telling you directly what he will do, what section of law he's going to use. It's not telling you anything. He's just listening. You guys are rubbing mine. It's not dangerous to anybody. He's just listening. Imagine, for example, let's say somebody who's Wumi fans, anti-justice, come here right now among all of us, and it's Wumi fans,
Yeah.
but it's telling us how to arrest Wumi. Okay, that first of all, you know, Wumi did this, that is wrong. Okay, and tell us how to catch Wumi. From that moment, no matter which trust, no matter which doubt you have on that person, the word of his mouth is still making sense. When he's not dealing with animals, when he stop making sense, all of you challenge him and you kick him out. You can see it. If
Correct.
you're gonna be saying that you want somebody that is over trusted, you will never find it. You have to let
Never.
those that have passion, okay, to come and I mean, let them come and give out what they have. And if it's not sufficient enough, then we let them go. Then we state reason why we don't think that it will be good to continue to work with them. Very simple. But we have to work with people. That's what it is.
You know, some I've looked at all the sites myself. I know all the lawyers. In terms of I have information about all the lawyers. And
You
I
mean
have
Wahab
an
Shitu?
idea. I know Wahab Shitu. In fact, Wahab Shitu is the lawyer that the first lawyer that came on national TV to say that what the Supreme Court did in the election tribunal was the perfect thing that should have been done. And from
What
that
thing?
day,
You mean in the election?
yes, during the election, after the Supreme Court
So he
judgment,
supported
Wahab
whatever
Shitu
that
was
happened.
on.
Wahab Shitu
He
supported this last
supported
election result, everything.
he supported the Supreme
Wow.
Court judgment. He was on
Wow.
Sheung Okinbaloye's
Can you
program,
imagine? Can you imagine now?
and so I saw that. But I was assuring myself that okay, he's a lawyer, as the senior advocate of Nigeria. He won't come to national TV and say the Supreme Court judges were stupid. But that doesn't mean that if he has a good case, he shouldn't defend the case. So that was the benefit of doubt I gave him. I've looked at Bankole and Smith. I haven't really seen much of government interference in their operations.
Mm,
And I've made my what do you call it? I've made my investigations, or at least my inquiries about them.
mm,
So there may be some kind of conflict between the two lawyers,
mm,
just like where you're telling a Garifan when you meet to come and work with the Wahab Shitu, even though they all come from the same
mm,
chambers, everybody has started their own course. Even Shitu too has been in what do you call it? Has worked with Falano before, but he's now working for government. But that doesn't mean that he will not fight the case. Let me tell you something, Papriano. When Falano was in Adedoyin's case, he didn't show up. He didn't show up. It was the public outcry that made him to change the charges, to file for change of charges. Everybody was beginning to even doubt his commitment because people brought out his photograph with Adedoyin. Remember? Did you follow the case?
yeah,
They
yeah,
brought
yeah.
out Falano. They brought out Falano's, and he had to be defending himself that, oh, he was only invited. There was law week in his university. They invited him to give a talk, and that he didn't have any relationship with the man. That's what we should be doing. Is the public that will make these people accountable. What I expect us to be doing is, if we think they are slow, let's call out Barrister Shitu and say, look, you are an APC lawyer. You are supporting Lagos state government. Let him come and tell us that he has
But that
nothing
is
to
what
do with
I've
the
been
case.
doing here, calling them out. Why people having issue with that?
But you need to make everybody see it. You have to back it up. You can't just say it. You have to back it up with documents. If you go on, if
Okay,
you
like
check
for example, now
Barrister,
I said that Wahab Shitton is currently working for the EFCC. It's a retainer, a prosecution for the
that
Lagos
shouldn't
state
be a
government.
negative for him.
Hmm?
That shouldn't be a negative for him. It's when you see him making political
Yeah,
statements, you
no,
should
no, no.
be more
That's what
active.
I'm saying. I said, and I use after reading all of these things, that is his biography. Okay, which is, and I make people understand that this person is for the government. Okay, he's been working with the government, he's still working with the government, and now
Yep.
we are having problem with the government in the sense that it is 20 days now that a file has been placed to the government to get the true copy of the toxicology with the stamp of the American NMS laboratory, okay, to show that it was done abroad.
Yeah.
Okay, and we have not got
Yeah.
it, and Wahab Shitu has not briefed us. He has not talk about this to the public.
Wahab Shitu briefed us when he came out of the inquest
No,
that
no,
day.
no,
He
no.
said they were going to request.
You're not getting it.
Oh, okay.
Not, it's
Okay.
not after the coroner inquest on the 17th was when they filed. 2 days after the
Okay.
inquest was when they filed for this
Yeah.
original copy. The original copy is supposed to come to them.
Yes.
They're supposed to get a pathology
Yes.
to interpret it. They
Yes.
were
No,
not
so that
supposed
they
to.
can question it at the
They
next
don't need. Yeah,
inquest.
they don't need to get government interpreted one already. They need the fresh file with the stamp and everything.
Yes. Now
Okay, exactly. So, but now this is
the
20 days. This is 20 days now.
the
Yeah,
original transcript.
this is 20 days now. He has not fed us back on whether they are giving to them or not, and it is illegal. 2 or 3 days
Yeah.
after the inquest, you're supposed to give it to them already. Why have they not given it to them, and why is he not speaking?
Yeah. So those are the issues we should be talking about, not ourselves. We should be talking to them and calling them out. Why don't they have it?
Okay, but again, when we call
Because
them
they're
out,
supposed.
the legal team are defending them. That is, that's what I mean. The employers, those who employ them, are defending them.
No, no,
Muyiwa and
no, no,
others
no.
and
We
co.
don't have any business. We don't have any business with their employers. We have business with them.
No, no. What are you saying? Yeah, they are working for us. We paid them. They are working to. They are answering to us indirectly through Muyiwa. Do you
Even
understand?
the lawyers know that the public is paying their fees.
Okay, but again,
So if you
that
call,
doesn't mean. Please, sorry. Just because lawyers pay, we are indirectly paying their fee. We didn't directly give to
yeah,
them. We indirectly paid, right?
they
So
know how they are getting the money.
we cannot call those lawyers and directly tell them to go and do this. It has to go through who employed them, right?
Yes, that's why if we discuss it on our platforms, the people that employed them will know and reach back to them, and then we
But
can engage the people that hired them.
defending them. Those ones are defending them.
So we're saying that we're not accepting their defense because they're not the lawyers. You can't be
Then we have to call
defending
them
what
out.
is.
Tell us we have to call both of them out together. What are they doing?
Okay, okay, I agree. I agree with you on that.
Nobody,
I agree
nobody's
with you.
defending anybody. I beg you. Nobody.
No, but so that's where it is. And then there's something else I wanted to
What
say.
does he know we are talking about now? You say nobody and you agree with him. You see what I'm saying? You don't listen. You are
No,
just too
no, no.
quick.
No, no,
Emotion.
no,
What is the reason now?
no, no,
When
no,
he
no.
said
I
nobody,
heard
what is
him.
his reason? Did you ask
You
him
are
his
the
reason?
one. You are the one.
Should
You
I
said
tell
nobody is
you?
Oh yeah,
Should I
tell
tell
us
defending.
your
you?
reason.
Nobody.
Let's listen. Tell us your
Thank
reason.
you,
What's your reason? What's your
Papiano. Papiano. Thank God bless you.
Mhm.
Nobody's agreeing with what is happening in the country. We no agree. We're fighting for justice.
Is that what we
Uh-uh.
are saying?
Yes.
Maybe I didn't hear you. What I thought you said. Let me tell you what I thought you said. I thought you were saying that we're not going to agree with the people who are defending the legal team,
No,
the
no, 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 no.
lawyers.
Madam, hear where I talk
Okay,
to.
no
Ma, I tell
problem.
you very
We'll
well.
listen.
God will bless
Okay.
you. We are not agreeing to what they are saying. We are fighting for justice.
100%. We're fighting for justice. Speak.
I'm here with you.
Oh, you don't have anything else to say?
We are fighting for justice. I have nothing to say. We're fighting for justice now.
Okay. Thank you. That's what we're
Ah,
discussing here.
madam, when I talk, I don't understand you. When I come, I beg you.
No, you're saying the same thing. I agreed with you. You said we're not going to agree that we're fighting for justice and we're not supporting what is going on right now. We
No,
want government to
madam,
do better.
madam, should I tell something? Papa Yan
Okay,
was
tell
saying
me.
that I wasn't agreeing to what he's saying. Yes or no?
I don't understand.
Madam, sorry. I don't know your name, but I'm saying prescribely. Papiano was saying that I wasn't joined to what he's saying. But me, I'm fighting for justice because
Okay.
when there's justice, every other right is as in I'm going to put this I'm going to put it like every other right is always equal because once you're fighting for right thing, you're fighting for right thing because we are fighting for the right thing. We are not happy. Who is happy? Are you happy? No, I'm not happy. No. Ah, you should stop all this now. I'm talking about soul. Soul. Let me say nothing. No. Now soul talk about soul. Ah, I beg you. I no gree. Oh. Every time this is mad, I hear am. Me I dey talk the go, I dey hear am. Me I dey talk the go.
Thank you. You've spoken well. I mean, what is important is for us to get justice, and when we get justice, everybody will feel more secured in the country, and everybody will know that the right thing has been done. So, I mean, we're on the same page. It's just the way you're saying it maybe didn't come out clearly initially when you first said it, but now I understand what you're saying, and you're making sense. So it's fine. You understand? We're all on the same page. It's just that maybe some of us are more eloquent when we speak. So thank you.
Madam, I'm as in you might be more educated, but as in you might be more educated, but as in educated more than me. Fine. I no go school pass with a fit talk, but my talk out of my own pain. E dey
We're
touch
on
my
the
own
same
body
page, oh.
because
Justice is justice is
if e
justice.
happen
Whether you go
to
school, you not
if e
go school.
happen if e happen to Papayano pikin,
Yep.
he go come outside talk, he go cry. If e happen to me sef, I go come out, I go cry. Make we talk truth na. Na so e go so. Make we talk truth o. Abeg o.
You're right.
I will never say wrong when it's wrong. As in, I will never say when like I want like I will never say I'm gonna be like I will never say this is as in this is the right thing. I will not say this is the wrong thing. Never will I say that. I always say the right thing because
Let me help you. What you're saying is that you will never say that the wrong thing is right.
thank you very much.
Well done. Yeah, I do. I understand you. I know exactly what you're trying to say. And I
Thank
appreciate it because I know that we're on the same page. That's why I said we may not be saying it the same way, but we're all saying the same thing. And wisdom is not about school
thank
all
you
the
very
time.
much. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the point.
Crocodile, do you have anything else to say? Because Paparino has gone to make his antelope soup or something.
Yeah, I just many things, but I was enjoying the conversation you were having with Papariano as regards Mr. Muyiwa's involvement in the justice for Mobad. And well, it depends on it depends on which side or from which angle you view it. Because what I think is
My stand
there
with
was this
Mohbad.
there was this
That guy.
issue between it was like it was like an online sensation that happened last year when African TV. There was this African TV's involvement with Baba, in which the anti-justice team were using to further discredit Baba. They were talking about some 70-30, something like that, and using it to accuse Baba Mohbad of being more vested in Mohbad's properties and estates than even pursuing justice. So they were using that as a blackmail all over due to that. And I think that was probably what made the outburst online, even by just as in by well-meaning Nigerians were like, why is this man just signing agreement as regards this and that? It's like Nigerians did not really understand the modalities of the agreement. But anyway, it created a lot of backlash against Baba. People were accusing him of going for the property, of being interested more in what he can get from it than the
Oh, bad
justice and
man,
all those things like that.
child.
So
I'm
that
not
was
trying to
why
fight.
I guess Baba was now. So it led to I think Baba ended the agreement with African TV, and this is not offense to African TV because I'm not against anybody, the African TV, anybody here. I'm just saying maybe that's why Baba uh, was more apprehensive when it comes to accepting people's assistance, because African TV ostensibly wanted to assist and help Baba and preserve the legacy of his son. So, but the way it was timed, and the propaganda by the anti-justice team and everything just led to the ending of the agreement, I guess, and some other things. So since then, I think that was why Baba was like, although he wants everybody to help as much as they can, he's accepting anyone that can come on board, but at the same time, they're apprehensive on the kind of persons that are coming on board, because a lot of people come to you when you need help, but you don't really know what is in their minds. Some are just there to, for egocentric reasons. Some are there for financial reasons. Some are there for a lot of things. Some are actually, you find out at the end of the day, those who are actually there for the honest reasons, for the right reasons, they are not really, much. They are few. So I guess, yeah, but who do you know? How do you trust people? Who do you know? How do you know who to trust and all those things? I think that is where we are stuck at. So a lot of people trying to help
You're,
you,
you're
but
right on point. You're right on point.
yeah, I
And
mean, how do you get to know?
and
Because
that's
even
why
this
that's one of the
Tolani,
reasons.
at the beginning, Tolani was even on Baba's side, like calling Baba and all those things. But suddenly she did come to the Wumi team, and some of those people who are supporting Wumi today, some of them are actually with Baba.
Don't even bring up those kind of names, please. Those are
Aha,
real
yeah,
betrayers. Those are the people that really, really made the man to withdraw himself from some of the people that really want to help him. Because I mean,
yeah, yes, ma'am,
if you came like a child to this man and calling him daddy, 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 and you looked like a daughter, and he thought he could trust you, and you used your criminal ways of
yeah,
extracting information from this man, only to come and use it against him or sell the information. I mean, I don't want to discuss those kind of people. I mean, we've been having a very, very intelligent
It's
discussion.
like
Not those
yeah.
kind
She's
of
the
people
one.
that can't see
All
people
right.
that can't hold this kind of conversation we're having. I'm not going to start discussing them. Do you understand?
Yeah,
Because it brings us down to their level. I think we should leave them out. I wanted to react to the issue of African TV. When African TV came with that his plan and he explained it across the platforms, it sounded great until people started to get to know about the commercial side of it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
If a family has lost a loved one and you come out to say, I want to help you set up a foundation, the foundation should be about the family, not about you or your organization. Do you get what I'm saying?
yes,
That what African TV was proposing to me, to my mind, when I got to understand it, I think it was premature to bring that kind of thing deal to the table for a man that was grieving. The man did not even know where he was at that point in time, and you quickly went in. If the foundation had been about the Aloba family, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
where you have Ileri Oluwa Promise Aloba Foundation, aka Mohbad or whatever, and the trustees to that foundation are his wife, his brother, his sister. Do you get what I'm saying? And his child, possibly, maybe after the child's paternity has been determined, I'll be fine. But if it is about your organization as African TV, then we're setting it up. But out of what we get, we'll give the man this so amount, and then we will take
No,
this.
no.
Yeah.
I think everybody,
Then,
your group are fighting for right.
then it means that it is your
Ah,
business, it is your own commercial activity, it's your own transaction, and Baba
fighting for
is
our own
just
rights. Ah,
so
you
we.
they come up. We
I
are born
think.
every day. We dey born every day. You they come up for Nigeria again. Ah, move talk truth now. Ah,
Please, can you mute?
I'll mute. No problem.
Okay, thank you, sir. So now I'm saying that it was a great idea he came up with, because I mean you need a foundation to fight this kind of cause. But this is a family that is disjointed, is dysfunctional right now. A man is standing alone, his wife is standing in one place, his brother is standing somewhere, the sister is somewhere else. You don't have a coordinated family. You can't throw in this kind of structure. It's premature. You can only throw in this kind of structure in a family that is together. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
That's my own position. I don't know, I may be wrong, but that's how I understand it. When he brought up the idea, it sounded really great. But when I saw the commercial aspect of it, I was a bit concerned that is this coming at the right time? No. And that is why you have to bring a good thing at the right time. If you bring a good thing at the wrong time, it will be rejected. And that
Yeah.
was why he got that resistance and that
Exactly.
rejection.
Exactly. Because
So I mean,
I think
and I
that's the
don't
reasons
think
why.
anybody should feel bad about it.
Yeah, I think that's the
Because
reasons
so
why.
many people, do you know how many people are selling all these footballers that are even still alive? A lot of people have their franchise. They give them a portion, and they still take the lion's share. Do you get what I'm saying? They give
Yes,
them
ma'am.
part of the royalty. uh But you can't bring that at a time that a family is even disjointed. They're even struggling between themselves, whether somebody is a wife or somebody is the child or something, and then you want to set up a foundation. Nobody is responding. They're only talking to the Baba. And where is a situation where everybody is in disarray? No, it's premature.
I think that's why
It doesn't
the
work
man
like that.
the man has become apprehensive, and maybe he's also trying to use, maybe I'm guessing, I might not be necessarily correct, it's just what I think. Maybe that's why Muiwa is also trying to be too careful to the extent that it's affecting the momentum. Maybe I might be wrong 100%, but it is
But
just
you
my
can't be too
thoughts.
careful to the point of destroying the case. You can't be. You have to allow things to move. You have to
It's
allow
just my
things to
thought.
move.
But at the
As we
same time,
go
I feel,
along, we'll be learning. You know, in project management,
yes,
at every step, you have to document your lesson learned. And then you move on again. You correct
Justice
that
must
mistake, then you move
prevail.
on.
I'm
You
not
can't
there.
get it right all from the onset. You can't get everything right. This is a new experience for everybody.
Ah,
So when you make mistake, you correct
justice
it, you
must
move on.
prevail. Ah,
God is great. Please move on. Mute. Okay. Thank you. So, you have to keep learning and unlearning things and relearning things and documenting
yes,
and
true.
correcting whatever mistakes and moving forward. You can't just be in one position and I insist that it must be done in that way. I always remind people, there's a book I read a long time ago. They call it Who Moved My Cheese. I don't know if you heard about it, Crocodile.
I heard about it.
Who Moved My Cheese. If you read that book, you understand how people resist change. People resist anything that takes them out of their comfort zone.
Comfort zone.
But there's nothing they can do because systems will be built around you that you look around your comfort zone and you see that you are lost. You'll be lost within your own comfort zone because structures will be built around you. And that's what I want us to do with Muiwa. If we say Muiwa is not doing the right thing and we know the right things to do, let's keep pushing the right things to him. He will eventually cave in and accept that the cheese has moved. And we must do it like this to be able to move forward. And we must show him practical steps to do it. You can't be telling a man that you're not good, you're not good, you're not good, and you're not telling him how to be better. or what he's doing that is not good, and why he needs to change to what is good so that he can get to where is better. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think
Yeah, even
I think he
yeah.
did that recently because he came online, few some on some, and he also like went across some platforms to, you know, to, canvas for support, and to also, in a subtle manner, admit that he might have been that things might have been slow before, but that is now ready to, like, you know expedite as much as possible. And he also detailed some of the steps that they're taking recently. And I think it's also kind of developing, to the momentum, and he's also listening to what people are saying. It's just that things might be slow because, of course, we have to move very fast because the other camp are moving fast. Like, they are moving fast with lightning speed, and because
It doesn't matter how fast they move, my
they
brother.
have the
Me, I believe
connections,
that
they have
I
everything.
believe
But
that
if we can
I
just be
believe
like,
that
if we can be a bit like steadier and a little bit like pacier than enough, we should be able to achieve like some gains. But the thing is, when the system itself, I'm talking about, I don't like talking about Nigeria itself, because when you look at the roaring of the ocean, you might not want to take on the sea. But
mm-hmm,
the policing system in Lagos State
mm,
itself, and some element within the Lagos, because I don't want to stereotype them all, but
mm,
some policing systems, some elements in the police system that are corrupt, who
mm-hmm.
back each other for, I don't know, maybe fraternal reasons. If they stack up some things against you, even no matter how you are sweating, it's just going to be like the proverbial hen who is sweating, but the feathers of the hen is not allowing us to know if the hen is sweating or not.
He's sweating. Mm,
According to
yeah.
Uncle Muiwa, he said they've written some letters to request for the DNA even before the a DNA hearing, even before the judge who is assigned for the hearing traveled out the country. And by the time they granted the hearing, the judge suddenly remembers that it's time for he or she to leave the country on vacation. And although it sounds normal, to the out, if you're just coming from space, it's like it's normal now. They just wants to go for vacation anytime he or she wants. But why in this case that is as serious as this? So you can be able to read between the lines. And also, he has detailed some things that they are trying to do, but they are frustrating the process intentionally, just to delay the whole thing and to get it out of the public, and to frustrate, to frustrate by
You don't
delay.
achieve. Sorry to cut you. Let me come in here.
Okay.
You don't achieve anything with excuses. You have to find a way to get it done. And if the judge is being slow, a judge can be changed, and that is still with our legal team to make application for our case to be transferred to another court, or for the judge to be changed. And then we also need to let our lawyers know that they must apply for more appearances, more sittings at the coroner. It cannot be once in every 6 weeks
Once
or
every
every
six
4 weeks.
weeks. This is the year.
Those are the things that we should be pushing our
Exactly.
lawyers to do. Do you
Because that
understand?
corona is
Rather
just
than
like it.
talking about muiwa, we must bring out practical things that they need to do and demand it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
it's something that they can do. And we don't know whether they're even thinking about it already or they're doing it already. But at least let it be known to them that we're also looking in that direction. So let them come out and tell us we've done it and show us evidence that they've done it. If you say you have filed something in court, let's know the date you filed it and the evidence that you filed it. Then we cannot work with you to ensure that we keep pushing the right quarters to do the needful. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am. I got it.
So, but we're not looking at it in that direction, and we're just allowing them to. Uh, I don't want water time. Oh, Pariano, remove this heading. Oh, I will just leave.
Yet, babe.
Sorry.
Sorry, let me observe you a little.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Sorry, I want to talk about that. I think African TV.
Okay.
You made mention that although he has good intention, fine, the timely might be wrong, but I think the timely wasn't even be wrong. If we read that MOU very well, people were angry because we've not known details. A lot of people did not see details of that MOU. If we allow African TV to fight that battle at that time, by now, I can tell you that we might even be close to justice. Yes, we were all being empathy towards Baba that he's not supposed to take anything from Baba. He never wanted to collect anything from Mohbad's estate at all, not included. He was talking about another project, but he included to fight Mohbad estate. That is for free. And the project they were to do, they were to spend their own money to run that project. They were to spend their money to run that project, and there will still be workers running that project. He has talked about this in so many platforms, try to explain it. I think I will use the word itanu. Itanu. People were not pleased with him, coming from him. If we knew
See,
this case
faithful
was
God,
to take this
faithful God,
route, yes,
you have said Tanu, and
yes,
that's how you rounded up the whole thing. But what I can
no,
tell
no,
you
I'm
is that
still,
those two things, see, fighting for Mohbad's estate is separate from the project that African TV wanted to do, out of which he wanted to give Baba some portion of the proceeds.
that's for the
Do you
new
get what I'm saying?
project.
But
That's for the
lumping
new
everything
project.
into,
That's for no. It
but
was
putting
it
everything,
was it was stated. It was stated out clearly. It is because the way we people propagate that issue, a
It is
lot of
because
people
the
were
the
not
anti-justice
aware.
he
team,
put everything
the
together in
anti-justice
Yes,
one.
that
exactly.
particular
But you can put it together
mm,
as an MOU now. You put MOU together, but it was split out.
okay,
They
let's
said,
look at
but
it. Let's look at it this way.
people,
Let's look at it this way. The We know that in this case, when it comes to properties, estate of Mubad, we know that there are some persons, there is a camp that wants to arrogate everything for themselves. They want to run away with it. They do not even want Baba to take a pinch or a penny out of it. So if Baba is having a legal and legit MOU with anybody, this other team who intends to run away with all those with Mohbad's property will consider it a threat to their own interest. So what they do is they can easily nip that in the bud, especially on the internet, where you can easily nip things on the bud by propagandizing that issue and try to blackmail Baba or the persons involved by accusing them of being interested in the property than in fighting for the justice for Mohbad. It is a moral issue that you can easily propagandize, and they can spin it to any length that they want, and they can weave it like a weaver bird and make it look as though the man is interested in something else outside justice. So they can use that to discredit the man in the eyes of the public. And they have the public traction when it comes to Instagram, because they have a lot of Instagrammers in the pocket, especially some celebrities in the pocket, in the bag. So on a normal day, if there is no anti-justice team and everybody is in the same like plane on the same line, it can be easily addressed with a press statement or a press release. It can be something that Baba can just, it can be like, or even online, that this is what we intend to do. This is what the African TV man can easily address it, that this is it is that. But you know that the anti-justice team, they were a lot of publicity in the beginning, so they were able to propagandize it in the presence of the whole world, and those who are genuinely in the justice for Mohbad began asking questions based on what they heard. And even at some point, Bukky Jesse was even, you know, was even like got angry at Baba at some point. So in this case, you have to really understand the full details of something before you really make any comment. because it's a case that is easily propagandized. Tomorrow, a statement can be made that can make a person that you actually support look very, very bad.
Crocodile. If many of us knew that this case will be like this, that government will have hands in this case, we will have allowed African TV to face them. I will have gone far by now. Wumi won't be sitting on Mohbad's estate as it stands now. It's Wumi that is still sitting on that estate. I know that. But because the way the matter is taken another to no foundation, that was
God is great. Please mute so that we can all
the
hear what he's
foundation they will
saying.
have used. You know,
Okay, ma.
Crocodile, you are a
that
moderator.
will have been a foundation they will have used to take. And if Africa TV is on this,
Faithful God, please unmute. Someone muted you. Faithful God, you are muted. Unmute. We can't hear you.
I think maybe it's network.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
the
I
point,
don't want us to discuss African TV, please. And
yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
want us
I
to
don't, yeah,
use it
it
to
is. I don't want us to
digress.
discuss. I
Yeah,
respect the
let's
man.
face
I
the
respect his intentions. I don't have any issue with anyone.
yeah.
I'm just commenting based on, that issue has created maybe some kind of the public out backlash that the spinners of propaganda on the anti-justice camp, how they were able to spin it around to make it such a controversy has made Baba apprehensive,
Yeah.
and I guess that is what Mr.
And you know,
Muiwa
when African
is
TV
trying to
came
do.
in, a lot of people were supporting him, honestly.
I
But
supported.
when
I still
people,
support
when but
African TV till now.
yeah, well, I don't have a problem with
I
him.
don't have a
What I'm
problem with
saying
him
is
at
that
all.
when he came with the proposal, nobody knew or had any inkling about the intricate details of what was in that proposal. It was when they started explaining it and analyzing it and interrogating it that people got to know that there were some sharing formulas, there was some commercial aspect of it, and some people with propaganda ran with it, and they tried to criminalize it and even
Yeah,
use this against the Baba.
it's
And
easy.
they made the Baba look like he wasn't even interested in anything. He was only in the back line discussing how to corner
Yeah, how
his
to share the
crowd's
cake,
estate,
and it
his
is them.
property.
It is them that want to.
Yes,
It is them that actually wants to
yes.
run away with the cake. So
So,
anything that
and
Baba makes as
African
regards
TV,
that,
yes. So everybody going on about it and making it look like Baba did the wrong thing and African TV was right and everything is unfair because the man hardly knows anything. This is a man that is semi-literate. We have to understand that. He's an artisan. He's a carpenter. Do you get? And
yeah.
you now, you came with and you should have allowed his legal team to be part of that structure. You have allowed his legal team to be part of that structure. By the time you start
yeah,
moving the
date.
man out of his legal advice, it's a problem for me.
And anything, I noticed what I noticed about these cases.
Yeah, go on.
The case is
Faithful
very.
God, speak.
The case is okay. Faithful God,
Yeah,
you were saying
sorry.
something before, but I don't know.
There was a noise in my background, so I have to mute first.
Okay.
Sorry for that. Now you see, Baba carried the legal team along. Even Africa was aware of the legal team. He said the lawyer was there. I think there was a portion for the lawyer or something in that paper. But what blew the whole thing out of proportion was that sharing formula. And that was that people were like showing empathy. Say, somebody who just lost his son. Why are you bringing sharing formula? You want to share Mohbad estate? So a lot of propaganda came up. But many could not read the details of that. I think he read it. He spelled it
That's
out
why I
before.
said the timing. That's why I said the timing of that thing was
It
not
was, yeah, it
appropriate.
was still
That's the
hot.
truth.
The whole matter was so hot at that time. And that was after the Uncle Muyiwa came in. Okay. Are you with me? That was the time
Yeah.
Uncle Muyiwa came in. Because we didn't know Uncle Muyiwa until after that formula, that African TV.
Yeah, because they had to bring somebody that at least have some knowledge
to
into
TED,
the
exactly.
picture.
So
They had to because Baba was alone as a family
Ah,
member of Aloba in that
mm,
structure.
that was one of the legs Oriyomi Hamzat was hanging on, that because Baba has signed, is not why the Babas rushed to sign this, but we knew it was beyond that leg when he pulled out of the issue. It wasn't just that paper, because
Yeah,
eventually
what you guys don't know is that Oriyomi is not a politician. No. He cannot
somehow,
involve himself in anything that involves politics. And there's politics involved in this Mohbad's case. And he has a political agenda for himself. He has a political dream himself. He's not
That's
going
it.
to allow anything to jeopardize it.
That's
That's
it.
what you should know. It's not even about who is involved. Oriyomi is not a politician. Very soon you'll see that he's in one of those political structures. Trust me. So
That's it.
that's why he was trying to preserve his own goodwill and everything. That's why he didn't want to get into it.
well,
Anyway, politics is the game of compromise anyway and interest. So I think that's the reason why that's why he kind of backed out of the case because of the kind of people that are involved.
but there's no way you'll be fighting for humanity and join politics that you will not be compromised.
And that's it. There is no
Hey,
way.
that's it now, 100%.
There's
There is
So
no
no
that's
way.
way.
why
You
it's
have to be
better for him.
one-sided. And
Yeah,
you have to pick and choose. Like you have
there's
to be
no way.
choosing. As in, you have to be selective on the kind of case that you're fighting with. And when it comes to fighting for
My
human
own
rights, you
life
can't be
for you. My
selective.
own life for you. Nigerian society is a difficult place to be independent. 100%. It's difficult. Very difficult.
You're either in or out. Yes,
Yes,
you can't be on the fence. You can't be on the
very,
fence.
very,
Yes, you have to
very
be
difficult.
someone.
And that is the reason most of us we see we are still skeptical a little about Brekete stand on the case. We are
Faithful
not
God,
so,
let me ask you.
yeah.
Let me ask you because of what you raised now. Then what set aside those guys like Abraham and Desoya and Ganu Fawemi? What set them aside? Because even Falana is even going politics. It's even going political also.
You know, he
So
has shown to us that Farhan has been a politician all this while. He has shown that to everyone. He has been building a full what do I call it, someone who is independent when it comes to fighting government. He's a constitutional lawyer yet, but like who you mentioned now, the society those people reigned. Ganifa, I mean, it wasn't too easy. Also, they suppressed Gani voice. Did you understand me, my brother? They suppressed his voice until he died. It wasn't easy for them to succeed. But those people, they map out their own mindset. They I don't want to join this. This is the group I want to be. And I want to stand for the rights of the people. But right now, government controls everything. Whatever you want to do, they will give you a sound safe. It's government recommendation, political recommendation. I mean, do you understand me, brother?
yeah.
So the society is so built in such a way that you can do nothing without these people. It's hard. It's very hard. It's either you take one job from them, you have to work for them. It's so hard that you will stand against them 100%.
But something has to
So
be done so that we're not going to build a fascist
I
society, a
mean,
fascistic
I
society.
mean,
Because
if
if things
But
continue,
Pareno, we're not having water. We are having a civil discussion here with gentlemen.
but faithful God, something has to
Yeah?
be done about it. Because
Who put water there?
we if we don't if the society does not have because uh lawyers that stand for what Gani Fahimi stand for, they constitute like a bastion of hope, for the masses in face of political oppression of any sort. So if we are having even investigative journalism is also part of it. But if we are having a situation whereby we are not really having most of all those human rights lawyers are becoming political, and also the investigative journalists are kind of fleeing the country, we are building a society that is oppressive, that is fascistic, elitist society.
now,
That is
Crocodile,
not fair.
let me observe a little. Look at this way. Now, many of us are saying, let's go protest, let's go protest. We know that protest is the most strongest instrument for us to pull this government, to put them on their knees right now, Mohbad's case. But we dare not just jump into protest. Because they will you will see now, they will sponsor the opposition, they will begin to attack the other people, and government will come out with police, you are not maintaining law. and the other. So now you see, it's hard for us to say we want to do a peaceful protest now to put government on their nails. If it's advanced country, of course, people will go on the streets and nothing will happen. The same police will be the one protecting the people. Now, let me also digress a little. Look at the issue of the petition of Mohbad. This is the first time that petition is being looked into, that we will be witnessing since Mohbad wrote that petition. And they are looking into this petition when one of the parties petitioned the father of the deceased, who wrote that same petition. Police, we never seen that police invite, but they claim they invited Mohbad or them, but Mohbad was not available. Mohbad did not show up. That's why they turned on that petition. But the same person died after a
Where is the evidence that where is the evidence that
no evidence, my sister. No evidence. And right now, we are just seeing that, okay, you have invited.
What evidence was that? What evidence are you asking for? Yet, babe. Where is the evidence that what?
No, I'm saying
She's talking about any
that
report related to Mohbad's petition.
oh,
That okay,
Okay.
yeah, it was handled. I think our network is
Okay, they said he did not show up. So where's the evidence that that they called him to show up anyway, right?
there will be a report towards
Okay.
that. Of course, they will write a report towards that. They will not just turn it to he didn't show up and that's ended. But
Obalegushi was present in the last meeting. I hope it's not Obalegushi. He showed
yeah,
up.
no, we are talking about Mohbad then. The police claimed that Mohbad didn't show up after they invited them. So, but there was no report to show that. They always say that verbally. But let's take it with them that okay, Mohbad didn't show up. But what next? The same person died. So the case became
It's not about him dying. He didn't show up. They're supposed to go after him.
okay, God bless you.
So this further shows that they were not even how are we even sure he didn't show up? Okay, again, misconduct. If Mohbad father was called and didn't show up, what would they do? They'll come and arrest him, right?
Exactly. Papa, thank you. Let me even help you with this one. The people named in that petition will have also write petition against Mohbad for defamation of character because he didn't show up. What about that angle? Because he didn't show up.
Paparano, you said
no. They wrote. Sam Laya wrote defamation of character. That's the counter petition.
Okay.
Paparano, they said Mohbad did not show up. So it means that if Mohbad did not show up, the police should have gone for Mohbad, right?
Yes.
And they did not do that.
They didn't do that. So me, I'm thinking this game is like this. Now,
why, Paparano? Why should the police go for Mohbad? Because it was one who wrote the petition. He wrote it against some people. Why didn't they go for the people?
I was invited, but he refused to show up. They have to go after him.
Okay.
Paparano is right. Yes.
Okay.
they're supposed to make sure that he appeared. If he says he was afraid, they should have protected him
because
and make sure that he came to say
for a damage.
People don't go to police station with petition just for frivolous reasons. They have reasons for going there. And so if a man is invited and doesn't show up, you must, if he's guilty, if he was a frivolous thing, then he must be brought to justice himself. But do you know what? After looking at that case, and I saw a video recently of Sam Larry and that Obele, what's this guy's name? Zlatan was hailing him, Obele Lemon. The guy mentioned Obele in his petition. And they were all coming from that venue. There was Obele in that video. There was Sam Larry still holding cane himself in that video. You understand? And there's another guy they call Elele. Even if it's just those three people that police have called now to come and explain their complicity in this case, at least we'll know that they're doing something. They now allowed Olegushi to go and petition Baba, which Baba didn't say anything. Baba said the people in the petition are the people that killed his son. These people are not ready to have sense. The man called them out. And now they are now trying to make it look like the Baba did something wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. He's a man that is grieving. He's a man that is in pain. And you can't teach him how to react. You can't tell him he shouldn't react by calling out people who have been documented as bullies. Do you get what I'm saying? Because if you're saying he died before he was dead, these people were constantly after him. They have killed the nigger. They have taken So who should he be looking at? Shouldn't you be looking at the people that have been reported by his own child while he was alive? The man is not speaking out of guesswork. He's speaking from a document that is available to the police. There's police stamp on that document. And that same Alagbon should go and bring out the file of when Mohbad reported that case. They should go and bring out the file. They're just very silly.
Another thing is the wife too. She made a statement saying that she knows more. She knows what killed Mohbad, but she doesn't want to talk about it. That's
Somebody
enough.
should be called in.
She has not been
Anyway,
invited.
what I feel is that I don't think I think with the slowness of Baba's legal team, it may be to our advantage anyway, because maybe they will end up playing all their cards before they will start striking. Maybe they need to allow them play all their cards too. At least they start showing up, trying to arrest the old man so that they can silence him. And if they have more evidence, or maybe the man even has more evidence he has not brought out, who knows? So I think they should play all their cards so that they will know how to approach the case. But definitely we will know who killed Mohbad, whether they give justice or not.
We must know.
That secret will be exposed.
Yes, it will.
It will be exposed, and
God.
the people will not. There will be street justice. Street justice doesn't mean that people will lynch them on the streets, but they themselves won't be able to walk on the streets because their secret will be exposed, and government, everybody will be put to shame. So they better get their sense correct. I need to go now, guys. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah.
I know I've rocked your platform today so much that me and you will don't fight. I love that. Thank you. And I appreciate the work you're doing. Please don't get tired. Please don't relent. Don't let anyone frustrate you. Don't frustrate anybody. Let's just keep focusing. And please continue your analysis. Don't bend for anybody. Do your analysis, but please be nice with your words sometimes, allow people to speak. But beyond that, everybody should focus on the substance. It should be substance over form. Please stop looking at how aggressive people are. Look at what they are saying. Try and get the message. The message is what will move us forward. And let's focus on results with our legal team. I'll keep making an effort to reach out to the people that I need to reach so that we can rub minds. And then I'll report back if I have any progress reports. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Crocodile.
Have a great day. Please, can you drop me Papariano? I don't want to leave just drop me into the comment section. Or Crocodile. Whoever can do that.